to not mess about. He wants to keep going. You can see from the approach. Oh, nicely played. Very nicely played by Rangarajan. Straight down the ground for a 6.
See, that's a much better shot than the one he tried 2 balls ago, where he tried a bit of a slog sweep. If you are going to play a bowler of Lamichane's class, then you need to be doing that well. You can't be losing your shape against him. A really good shot, stepped out and dispatched that. That would probably go for 6 on most grounds.
And that will also give him a lot of confidence for this innings as well, taking on Lamichane. As the over is about to switch over, I will now take a short break and ask Sharon Swaminathan to join Zubin for the next few overs. We'll see you back in a short while, folks.
Thanks, Cash. Hey, Zubin, how you going?
Hi, Sharon.
Interesting start. Singapore would be happy with the start?
Absolutely. They're doing 7 and over, almost in the first 5. You're against an opponent who is ranked higher and a strong side. Definitely a good start, and need to continue from here.
As we can see, Basant Regmi, left arm orthodox, coming into bowl. He tends to bowl a bit slower in the air, trying to tempt the batsman to play. And Timothy's gone over mid-on for 4 of the first ball, looking to put the pressure on the bowler straight away.
The 2 shots, the 2 boundaries that Timothy has played so far, he's known exactly where the fielders are. He knew the long on, the fielder at mid-on was up in the circle. He didn't try to hit it too hard or go for 6. He just wanted to get it over the fielder, and that's exactly what he did. Smart batting. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler responds to this.
The bowler's moving his deep square leg to a cow corner, looking at that shot. Probably wants to target Timothy's pads and fly it in so he can attempt a slog to cow corner. That's interesting. That's the second time bowler has done this, Zubin.
Yeah, it's an old bowler's trick to sometimes see what the batsman does as a trigger or a movement. I don't think it's always done because the ball was going to slip out of the hand. Smart bowlers do it. And that's another beautiful shot by Tim David. He has creamed that through covers.
He certainly looks on Song Zubin. It's really important if Singapore wants to get a good total around the 190 mark, which is what has been sort of predicted in terms of score for this wicket. It's key that Tim stays to it till the end.
Yes, it is. And, you know, he plays his cricket in Australia, and we all know the type of cricket they play in Australia, which is good, hard, aggressive cricket. And what he's done here is he's taken the challenge to the bowler in the first 3 balls. Good batting. Getting off strike after 2 boundaries in the over. Smart play. It's an interesting field. Regmi has set. He's protection on long on and deep mid wicket, and that means he's really got to keep the ball in and around middle stump, which is okay given that the ball is new. But you know, we saw that shot go through covers, which was ball that sort of flighted and pitched way outside off stump. So he's got to be very careful of his line and make sure there's no room given on the offside.
Again, Basant trying to tempt Rohan into a big shot there. He's actually got the long off back and mid wicket, and he's hoping if the batsman goes for a big shot, he would get the leading edge too long off.
Yes, he did that. I think he did that for Rohan, where he got the long off back. He had long on and mid wicket for Tim.
Pushed away towards car corner for a single. Basant Regmi, a very experienced campaigner for Nepal, been playing with them for a long time. One of the key members in assisting Nepal towards ODI status. He's an experienced campaigner, certainly gone for runs off his first over.
And I'm sure he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. He won't be done by this 1 over. The batsman may have gotten the better of him this time, but it's important that and there we see in the last ball he beat Rohan all ends up. Experience counts. It always does.
Looks like Lamichane just had that 1 over, and they've gone back to Sompal Kami, who opened the innings for Nepal with his bowling. He's a pretty skiddy character, bowls around the 130, 135 click, and tends to skid and rush the batsman a bit. Does have a decent bouncer as well, so interesting to see how he goes against Tim Davids.
Like Sompal, I like the way I was saying this earlier. I like the way I like his approach to the wicket. It's very balanced. He gets good momentum as he comes in, and he's got a good action. He looks balanced. He's just a little open-chested, I think. As he, you know, if he rotated himself a little more, maybe he'll get a little more movement both ways. But otherwise, he looks really good coming into bowl.
Yeah, he's that typical rhythm sort of bowler. When you know on his day, he runs in really well. Everything's going towards the batsman in terms of energy, hand, legs, entire body movement. You know he's going to certainly create some trouble. Played nice and late by Rohan, but straight through to the point fielder. One thing really impressive about Rohan, especially during the start of the innings, Zubin, is he tends to play the ball really late and tries to nudge it around towards that point and backward point area for singles, which is not an easy thing to do, but he sort of mastered that art of opening the batting and just trying to rotate the singles as much as he can.
Indeed, and which is why you see against the spinners on the 2 occasions so far, uh, he he's got that slog sweep that he tries, and I don't know why he does that, because he's such a good player coming down the track and playing a conventional cricket shot. You see, he likes the ball coming onto the bat in the beginning, but he's a good player technically, and just the odd time, and that becomes his downfall on a lot of occasions where he tends to give his wicket away. But otherwise, a very, very good prospect.